So I'm just gonna say location. Location has changed me.
Okay.
So when you grew up in like St. Louis, I mean, it was only a year or two ago. Ferguson was on like a world stage, and it's where most of my family's from. But St. Louis can be a really, really tough city, and so you grow up tough. You grow up hard. You don't smile at people on the street. You don't stare at people, even if you like their haircut or their shoes. You just don't.
Yeah.
Because it can like quickly escalate into something very unhealthy.
Yeah.
And so even though I was raised as an evangelical Christian, you know, where like love is like supposed to be the forefront of that belief system, like I still had a very, very like hard and tough exterior, because I thought that is what like a man is supposed to be. That's what especially a black male, that's who we are. We're just tough.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Tulsa. So moving to Tulsa did soften me up quite a bit. It was the first time where I was the minority. I was in an internship called IMT, where I was literally the only like black person in that whole internship for a year. Mm-hmm. And it came with its own challenges. Just being there did like soften me a lot, and allow me to like kind of drop my guard. But still living in Oklahoma, like I picked up a lot of biases, especially when it came towards like the LGBTQ community. Like I had huge prejudices like against that community, until I found myself. Okay, so here was a huge turning point. So there was this restaurant called the Wild Fork, and I ended up my first job in Tulsa was a busboy at the Wild Fork, and I didn't know that it was like gay owned. So I had coworkers that were gay. The owner was gay, and you know, it was kind of a hub for the gay community.
Yeah.
But it also allowed me to like, it just shattered all my biases.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, okay, they're people just like me.
Right.
You know?
Right.
They're not like these sexual deviants that I was raised to believe they were.
Yeah.
And that I learned things that I learned and picked up in church. But yeah, just being in that environment, like really like just changed the way. I think it began to change the way I look at the world. Mm-hmm. You know. And for all the things I complain about for, you know, being in Tulsa and all, you know, the things I experienced, shifting my like circle of friends, like having like, like in St. Louis, all my friends were black, and in Tulsa, all my friends are white. Mm-hmm. You know, it really, I feel like, have like a really positive effect on me. Mm-hmm. You know, because when you grow up the way I did, we had our own stereotypes too. Like, we only had television to tell us what people who weren't black were like. So, I mean, if you were white, you talked like a surfer from California. For real, you were blonde. Like, every other word was rad and totally and tubular. So, and then, like, once I moved to, like, Tulsa, I was like, oh, man, they can be different as night and day, like, depending on where they're from and their different experiences and all that.